How to trick your brain into saving more money. What is up, guys and gals? So thanks for coming back again for some amazing content. In this video, we'll talk about the best ways to trick your brain into saving more money. Learn from the world's top neuroscientists and finally become better at saving your hard-earned money. Now, before we go into the details, let me add a little disclaimer. I may have experience in finance, but I am not in any way a financial expert. I only deliver knowledge in a fun, exciting, and informative way. So, if your finances are on a serious decline, I strongly suggest that you go see a financial advisor. Fast track your wealth and get more life-changing, mindset-shifting, and great content regularly. Only here at WealthMatic. If you're new here, then don't forget to subscribe for more money content by clicking the icon below. When we are trying to conserve money, we frequently consider what we are currently losing out on. It almost becomes a form of self-denial. We can sometimes feel as if we're wasting our money when we save money. We look at things that could possibly be an asset or liability. When there's much more we want to accomplish right now, then why save for the future? As a result, for many of us, thinking about retirement is a stressful experience. I assume most of the people watching this video are between the ages of 20 to 44, give or take. So seriously, when was the last time you sat back and talked about what you are gonna do when you retire? Most likely, you're trying to figure out ways to retire early, and some of our earlier videos may even help with that. As a result, we fail to take actions that are in favor of the long term. Which is more important? Your happiness right now, your joy an hour from now, your happiness a day from now, or your happiness 10 years from now? Alright, so don't get me wrong. The feeling of doing something fun now and being able to go out this weekend doesn't ever truly go away. That's why one of the difficulties and obstacles is that there is actually no right or wrong response. And with that said, how can we know which option is best for us if there isn't a right response? Is there something in our heads that might point us in the right direction? Let us turn our focus to someone who has done some research in the behavioral science of this concept. This is your financial brain. Alex Korb is the originator of the upward spiral, and now we will share what he has told us about our brains. So he simply gives you a quick rundown of all he has learned in the last 20 years of brain research. There are actually millions of different small parts of the brain, and to keep it simple, science has boiled it down to a few. There are dozens that we can wrap our minds around. However, the ones that he believes are the most fascinating and crucial have to do with the thinking, habit, and rewarding circuits, and how these interact with each other. Now, you can think of these distinct brain regions as homies. For example, your prefrontal cortex, or the reasoning section of the brain. It's probably saying, hey, let's do it this way because it'll get us to where we want to go. Now, the brain's habit circuit then says, alright, let's do it this way because that's how we've always done it. And that's more convenient, right? But now the brain's reward center then says, oh look, I want to go to that place over there. They look like they're having so much fun. The human mind just has some inclinations, such as giving careful attention to stuff that's happening right now. Now is the time. We have such a bias for the near term because of how our brains developed over the millions of years. $100 bill now is more attainable than $1,000 in a year. To be satisfied over time, you must strike the correct balance of, for example, how much cash should you spend now to appreciate living your life against what should you save to prepare for emergencies and enjoy it later. There are several ways to go about this system. When people signed up for their pension payments, they were given a digitally aged image of themselves, so that when you glanced at it, it appeared like they were in the 60s. It was more tangible to see the idea of, oh, I'm going to be that person. Like that is who I'm saving for. The majority of us have a vague notion of retirement. As a result, it doesn't feel genuine or tangible. By imagining these future retirement visions in greater detail, you can make them feel more concrete. Consider that you're not just investing cash into a bank account. You're saving for that brownstone or that lake trip. The further you can visualize it, the more you'll want to make it a reality. One of the keys to long-term happiness is to gain a deeper awareness of yourself so that you really can make the greatest decisions for yourself and your situation. Understanding your brain is one of the most important aspects of this. We can attempt to counteract these biases if we grasp how our brains affect our decisions. When it comes to retirement, you may have a lot of options. The great news is that we may begin slowly. Once again, the sooner you take how retirement will and can look for you seriously, the more well off you'll be when you are actually ready to retire. Saving $1 per day is far superior to saving nothing at all. So just make one small step in the right direction and see where you are in a year. Okay, you'll bump it up to $100 every month and then come back to it. And who knows, maybe the next year, you can amp it up to $200 a month and watch that build up and up. The key here is to find other ways to make your money. Not just sit and save, but compound. Like we've mentioned in previous videos, there are tons of ways that you can make your money work for you while it sits. We'll link one in the top right corner that you can actually follow for a good way to implement this. You don't have to solve all your troubles at once. Making a small decision and then recognizing it wasn't quite right, making another small judgment to go in a different direction, and then executing another decision. Failure is certain, but how many times you will fail before you get something right is up to you and how you adjust from it. This is what living your life entails, as opposed to daydreaming about all the possibilities over which you have no control. It will make you feel uneasy, there's no doubt about that. You're doing it, however, because it is the only way to reach where you want to go. And that is it for our video for today. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to come and improve your life by watching our content. Now make sure you hit the like button down below if you appreciated our video. If you want to elevate your life from the one you have to the one that you deserve, then be sure to click the subscribe button right here, right now. This has been the one and only WealthMatic, and we will see you on our next video.